Oh, good morning, everybody. I feel in some ways I might be teaching my grandmother to suck eggs, but in Suffolk over the last about 5 years we've been trying to raise the political profile of the Record Office. And actually we've found that Archives for the 21st Century has been a very useful tool for us. We've used it to demonstrate to local politicians how the Suffolk Record Office is relevant and valuable to daily life in Suffolk society. We've been trying to use it to show them how we inspire, inform, entertain, contribute to education and lifelong learning, empower and engage with communities, support regeneration and growth, and facilitate volunteering opportunities. We've tried to link this good practice that's mentioned in Archives for the 21st Century with the County Council's, well, it's called the Suffolk Story, but it's actually the County Council's plan. And also we've been trying to link it with the wider community strategy for Suffolk, which is called Transforming Suffolk. And that wants the county to be recognised for its outstanding environment and equality of life for everybody, a place where everybody can realise their potential, benefit from and contribute to Suffolk's economic prosperity and be actively involved in their community. So we've made this link in the hope that politicians will recognise the value the Record Office can add to the development of policy and the delivery of local services. Archives for the 21st Century was used in writing a report on Record Office services for our Adult and Community Services Scrutiny Committee. They actually came and overviewed our whole service and considered how we contributed to the priorities of the Adult and Community Services Directorate and the County Council as a whole. And that report is actually available on the Suffolk County Council website if you want to have a look at that. This review helped us to demonstrate that we were a valuable asset to the County Council. And other things we've done to help raise our political visibility and demonstrate we're an asset, including making sure we support all the County Council initiatives where we can, whether it's having a presence at the Suffolk Show, whether it's supporting their recent big volunteering weekend, whether it's helping with their future jobs initiatives. We also have an exhibition presence in the main County Council headquarters building, and we change that exhibition 3 times a year and try and link it to national and local celebrations, and that seems to attract a lot of interest from councillors who are coming and going in the building. And we support the local BBC Radio Suffolk campaigns. Just recently we've been involved in First Click Get Online Day in Bury St Edmunds. And finally, we provide regular qualitative evidence or case histories for our portfolio holder to report on the real difference we've been making in a variety of areas, especially those areas covered by the Suffolk Story or the County Council plan. One of those areas is offering volunteering opportunities. We decided to enter one of our projects for the National Archive Volunteering Project of the Year Award, which recognises excellence and innovation in working with volunteers, celebrates the contribution of volunteers and the important role they play in the local community, as this fitted very well with Suffolk County Council's plan and with the community strategy objectives, because it involved the wider community actually working with the Record Office in all its 3 branches. It helped us to further increase our volunteering, which is one of the Council's objectives, transform learning and skills, which is another objective, improve adult health and well-being, and strengthen communities. We also regularly show how we're offering opportunities for people to develop their learning and skills, including our programme of formal and informal courses, workshops, talks, walks, day schools, all of which are designed to support the health and wellbeing agenda of the County Council. We also demonstrate how we support local heritage tourism events and activities throughout the county and the creative economy by providing a source of inspiration for local writers and playwrights, and by providing information from the archives that helps promote Suffolk's natural advantages and also helps to create a national and international profile encouraging tourists to the county. We also support community activities, large and small, to demonstrate our relevance. For instance, we opened the Ipswich Record Office, especially on a Sunday, to support the big lunch and gave local residents a tour around our building. And we also support community heritage lottery bids. We've recently written a letter of support to the Bangladeshi Support Centre in Ipswich's bid for a local heritage project. We're also helping the council to attain its goal of making Suffolk a more cohesive place to live. And for example, we'll be uploading shortly to our Suffolk Heritage Direct website a range of collections which relate to Suffolk communities, enabling, for instance, local carers and those at home to have a greater access to Suffolk's heritage information. And finally, we're also trying, which is a little bit more difficult, to show local politicians how we're contributing to the County Council's ambition to become the greenest county. So it's not only through recycling and trying to be more energy efficient, it's also by making sure that we run courses and talks and things on green aspects and show how the archives can contribute towards that. We launched our new Suffolk Heritage Direct website in September, which is an example of partnership working. It contains over 170,000 catalogue records, describing at the moment about 540 collections held by 10 organisations throughout the county. The website is provided and managed by the County Council on behalf of a growing partnership of Suffolk heritage organisations, and clearly demonstrates how we can work together to deliver great services at exceptional value. So rather than working in isolation, duplicating effort and paying for a huge range of different websites of varying standard and format, we've developed one site which we hope is more sustainable and will save customers time and help them to exploit the natural links between collections, adding value to everybody's knowledge. So we've used evidence of this type to enable the Record Office to show the politicians on our scrutiny committee and politicians generally in the county that the Record Office delivers a great service at exceptional value and is helping them to achieve the outcomes they desire for the county. We've shown them we're a low-cost service in respect to other services, we meet modern archival standards, and we're open to developing or joining strong partnerships to improve the offer for everyone. And also our outreach activities help communities and individuals shape and manage their own futures. Despite this, we've been less successful in gaining an additional investment in the service to help us to overcome some of the problems we're facing, especially in developing a long-term strategy to improve our buildings. And we feel we also continually need to stress that we couldn't do all of these activities that support the Council's objectives without collecting, preserving, cataloguing, indexing and digitising to national standards the unique and irreplaceable raw materials of Suffolk's history. Nor could we do this without the professional knowledge and skills of our staff. They need to identify, make accessible and interpret these collections, and also support and guide volunteers, work experience people, leisure and informal learners. So we feel it's very important to continue to stress that professional element. To take it to the next level, however, and develop the service further to meet the needs of our current and future customers in this difficult economic climate, we need to find alternative, innovative ways of working more efficiently and collaboratively, and hopefully we'll be able to discuss that later this morning. It's more important than ever to do this because Suffolk County Council is proposing a new strategic direction. It means the Council will be withdrawing more from the role of service provider and deliverer and will be becoming a more enabling and strategic or commissioning organisation. And it's concentrating on 3 overlapping areas: supporting and strengthening local democracy, enabling and encouraging more responsive and cost-effective services, and working with communities to build capacity. We've started to try and shape what the new strategic direction means for the Record Office through dialogue with individuals, businesses, third sector organisations, geographical communities and our communities of interest. We've had exploratory conversations with the National Archives and with the Museums, Libraries and Archives Council on how the Record Office and the archaeological services in the county might be grouped with other services or divestment. But we've not really done much work yet on what might be the best governance model for that divestment. Thank you.